So I met Weird Al the other day, and that was crazy and fun. And believe it or not, the accordion that I brought for the photo op, he actually offered to buy from me. And we'll get to that part later in the video. For now, I'm going to start from when I showed up at the arena to the moment I left the arena. So stick around. So I paid an ungodly amount of money for the VIP experience as well as the backstage tour, which was super cool. And we'll get to that. Um, I showed up at the arena like an hour early because I expected there to be problems with the arena security, not Al's security or the VIP team, but the arena itself, the venue security. I called them a week in advance to let them know, hey, I'm coming to this show this weekend. I'm going to have an accordion. It's for the VIP meet and greet. I'm also going to have a metal box that has a couple of records and books in it that I'd like to get signed. Is that going to be okay? And they said, maybe. Just show up with it. We'll see when we get there. So first thing I do when I show up there, find parking. Great parking, because VIP check-in is an hour before regular check-in, and I showed up an hour before that, so every parking spot imaginable was still available. I start walking around the arena, and I find my way to the front doors, and I look like a madman walking around with an accordion and a metal box, so obviously, as they should, security comes out and says, "Sir, do you need help with something?" And I say, "No, I'm good. I'm just autistic. Thanks." No, but really, I start explaining to this short, stubby security woman, hey, I called about a week in advance. I just wanted to get this out of the way in case you needed to check it or something. That way it'll be smooth sailing once they open up the VIP entrance and I can go in there and not have any problems with security. And she looks at the metal box that I'm holding. It's a record box, so it's record size. I have this record box to keep my records that are expensive from getting damaged. And she says, you can't bring that in there. Somehow completely glazing over the fact that there's a whole-ass accordion strapped to my chest. She points at the metal box and says, you can't bring that in here. We have a clear bag policy. And I was like, well, they didn't tell me that over the phone when I called a week ago. They said that it would be fine. And she's like, well, we have a clear bag policy. And I'm like, right, but you can look inside the box and you can see that it's just a box and it just holds the records. And I don't have a clear bag. And she says, we have a clear bag policy. And I'm like, okay, I don't have a clear bag. Do you know where I can get a clear bag? Because this is all I have. She says, I don't know, but we have a clear bag policy. And I was like, so she's obviously going to be absolutely no help. So I start walking around the building and I find another entrance to go in. This would later turn out to be the entrance I was supposed to go in for the VIP entrance. Anyways, I talked to the lady behind the box office counter and she was very nice. And she said, oh, well, we actually sell clear bags for this exact scenario. And I was like, that's great. Why didn't the security lady tell me that? So I ended up buying this $10 clear bag, which broke at the end of the night, by the way, so I could carry my records and books and stuff in to have them signed for the, radically expensive ticket that I paid for. So I get to BSing with the security lady that's at this new entrance, and she's super friendly person. We have a good laugh together, just BSing until the rest of the people start to show up. And then finally the VIP people come up, set up in the lobby and everything. And I meet the head VIP guy who eventually ended up leading the backstage tour. Nicest guy ever. Al's VIP team are doing an amazing job. So if you're ever having doubts or you're worried about what it's going to be like, don't worry. They're the nicest people in the world. Some minor backstory here. At the beginning of the month that this show was in, I messaged on Facebook, believe it or not, John Bermuda Schwartz, the drummer for Al's band, who's been the drummer for like 50 years at this point. Extremely friendly guy. He actually answered my messages. I said, hello, Mr. Schwartz. I'm a big fan of yours. I love your books. I was wondering if you would meet me at the VIP entrance when the show goes on this day in Wichita and sign this record for me that I've been trying to get signed for 4 years now. So a little bit of backstory on this record, right? So I brought this record to the 2022 Ill-Advised tour at the Cotillion here in Wichita. And after the show, I didn't pay for VIP because I couldn't afford it. But after the show, I waited out by where they parked the buses and I managed to flag down Jim Chemo West, the guitarist, and have him sign it. And Steve J, the bassist, and he signed it. He came over, had a nice little conversation with us. Great time. I actually waited by that bus for so long that besides Al and his entourage of buses, I was the last car to leave the parking lot, and the employees were a little miffed at me because I was still there. But I left right after I saw Al get on the bus because I was hoping to flag him down too, but he was too busy that night. No worries, though. Anyways, A couple years later in 2025, during the first run of the Bigger and Weirder tour, I drove down to Concho, Oklahoma at the Lucky Star Amphitheater, and I did pay for VIP, and I got Al to sign the album. So the last signature I needed was Mr. Bermuda Schwartz. So snap back to reality. I'm in the VIP area, waiting for Bermuda Schwartz. I've checked in and everything. They've given me all my VIP stuff, and we're just waiting for people to show up. And Mr. Schwartz walks in, and immediately I'm starstruck because I'm a big fan of everybody in this band. Like, hi, how are you doing, Mr. Schwartz? I wish I would have recorded this or got a picture with him. But at the very least, he finally signed my album and completed the signature collection on said album. And he also signed this book right here. Black, White, and Weird. Go check it out if you don't have it already. Fantastic picture book. Lots of behind-the-scenes pictures. You can see his signature right there. Super friendly, very nice guy. Actually had a couple of other people in the crowd that lined up behind me to meet him because they were just as thrilled as I was to see him. So, still can't believe I just messaged the guy on Facebook, and he was like, yeah, sure, I have a few minutes. I'll meet you down there, and I'll sign your stuff. Super nice guy. Thank you, Mr. Schwartz. So anyways, back to the whole VIP thing, and I'm talking to this head VIP guy. I'm so sorry, sir, I forgot your name, but he's super duper nice guy. And I tell him the whole ordeal with the metal box thing, and he's like, that shouldn't have happened. Yeah, we treat our VIPs very well. There should have been no problems with that metal box, which pissed me off a little bit more at the Intrust Arena, because that would have saved me $10 on a bag that, again, broke at the end of the night. So I was a little annoyed by that. But again, Al's VIP team were extremely friendly to me. And I did get a free tote bag, so, but that was part of the VIP package. So anyways, once all the VIP people show up and check in, we're separated from the main VIP group as the backstage tour group. There's 20 people. And unfortunately, the man said, we're not allowed to record the backstage tour. So I didn't get any pictures or recordings of the backstage tour, except for the included on-stage photo, which I'll put up on screen. Great tour, amazing tour. It is so quiet on that arena floor, because first thing we did was walk out into the arena floor, and it's completely pitch black dark out there, except for the stage is light up, and there's a few house lights up, but not nearly as bright as it would be if, the whole show was going on. And your voice just disappears into the void. It's crazy. And he tells us about how they set up the stage every morning, and how the riggers work up on the super duper 100-foot high ceilings. Eventually he takes us up by and around the stage, where he shows us all of the technical things. He shows us all the electrical needs and everything for all the speakers and sound systems, these like enormous wires and stuff leading into these junction boxes. He shows us these super complicated cameras that have like a dirt bike handle thing to control the camera. It was super cool. He let some of the people in the crowd get over there and turn the camera and everything. I didn't do it because there were kids in the crowd, and I let them do it. Anyways, after that, he takes us around the back of the stage, and he shows us the costume change area, where Al goes after every song to switch into his costume for the next song. Crazy. I got to see like the fat suit up close. I saw the Skipper Dan hat, the Jedi robes and everything. All the just crazy costumes, the guitar from Smells Like Nirvana, all that stuff just packed into this corner. And he's like, well, Al has to come back here, and he has a minute and a half to get into all these costumes between sets, and like the crazy amount of costumes. From there, he takes us around the other side of the stage, where Steve J, the bassist, is just kind of standing there on a phone call, which is crazy. That's Steve J, the man himself. Anyways, he takes us up on stage, and he shows us Steve's pedal board. He shows us Jim's pedal board, Bermuda's drum set. Al's accordion is just sitting there on stage. And then once he finishes with the stage tour, we all get our individual pictures on stage, which, again, there's the picture right there. Crazy good time, super fun. For my picture, I brought my accordion, right? That's the whole reason I brought the accordion, was for this stage picture. And when I picked it up, Hawkeye, for those of you who don't know, Hawkeye is Al's stage manager. He's been with Al for like 17 years. And like I think the guy said there was a 16-year hiatus before that, and then another, 20 years before that. So he's been with Al for a very, very long time. Hawkeye is walking by, and he hears me open the accordion really quickly because I'm getting ready for the picture. I don't want to hold everybody up. So I go, "Brrr," and pull the accordion open. And I swear to God, I gave the man a heart attack, because he looked up at me with like I swear it was venom in his eyes because he thought I picked up Al's accordion and I was fucking with it. But everybody shut that down. We were like, no, he brought it from home. I was like, I brought it from home. Sorry, didn't mean to scare you. My bad. So that was funny. But then I got my picture up there and so on and so on. After the stage photos, the guy says, hey, do you want me to hold that accordion for you? And I can put it in the VIP room, and maybe for the photo after the show, Al could hold it or something. Now, I already had a plan for the photo with Al at the end of the night. I had bought 2 spatulas, and we were going to like hold spatulas like swords or lightsabers or something, and it was going to be a funny picture. But when this man said, maybe Al can hold your accordion for the picture, I was like, okay, change of plans. Al's going to hold my accordion for the picture. So I was like, yeah, go ahead and put it in the VIP area. That way, after the show, I can use it for the picture, right? So he puts it backstage, and at the end of the night, I get it back. We'll get to that here in a little bit. Anyways, he takes us into the back rooms of the Interest Bank Arena, where the green room and all the dressing rooms and everything are, and he shows us where all the extras go. He shows us where Al's room is. He shows us where the stormtroopers' rooms are, and then he shows us where Puddle's Pity Party's room is and all that stuff. And flashback to the beginning of the tour guide said, hey, while we're back there, we might run into Al. We're just asking you that you be cool and everything because he's chilling out and relaxing before he has to go up on stage and all that good stuff. And sure enough, during the tour, while we're walking around in the back rooms, Al walks by. Happened in an instant, didn't even notice it was him until he was 2 feet beside me. And he just said, oh, don't mind me walking by. And everybody was super cool about it. And the tour guide was very thankful for that. He was like, that's great. That's exactly the reaction that we're looking for so we can keep doing these tours in the future. Near the end of the back rooms tour, he takes us into an office back there. And I guess I can't remember exactly who it was. Sorry. It was like his manager or something. And we asked her a few questions. She was a super nice lady. I asked her what Madison Square Garden was like, and she said it was amazing. And that was a cool experience. I think that was about the last stop before we went out of the back rooms and back into the main lobby where we were able to go to the merch stand before the main VIPs and everybody else and raid the merch stand, which I spent $250 on merch. Anyways, after that, went down to the floor to find my seat. I'm about 15, 20 feet from the stage, so I got great seats, and they should be great for $150 for the ticket. And amazing show, absolutely fantastic show. Here in a second, I'm just going to put up some chopped up concert footage so you can see for yourself how great it was.
Weird Al Yankovic is bigger and weirder.
Cryptors creak and the tombstones quake. Spooks come out for swinging wing. Happy haunts materialize and begin to vocalize. Grim ghosts come out to socialize. Fairy shackled, dormant shackled, soulmate shackled, soulmate shackled. 7 grab a lot to fit the day, and then you're so frantic. Oh, you're so frantic, I'm not retarded, and then you're grabbing a lot.
So yeah, excellent show, great show. Right after the Yoda chant ends, I get up and I run over to the place where the tour guide told us to queue for the VIP event. But I guess I queued in the wrong spot or something. I knew the room that we were going to go to, so I queued in the hallway next to that room, basically. And once the majority of people had funneled out, who do I see but that stubby security bitch again? And she sees me standing there, which I've been standing there for a good 10 minutes at this point as people funneled by, and she said, "Sir, the line starts over here. You have to get to the back of the line." And I'm like, I've been standing here for 10 minutes. This is where they told us to stand. This is where the line is going to go. I am first in line. And she says, "No, line starts over here." And at that point, I'm a little pissed off because that means I just went from getting this done in the next 30 minutes to I was there for another hour and 20 minutes because there were already 100 people in line. So I hate that security lady. And if that security lady watches this, you didn't ruin my night, but you made it exponentially worse than it could have been. But it was still a great night. But I don't like you. Just know that. Anyways, waiting in line, chatting with some nice fans of Al. We're having stories back and forth every time of the times that we might have met Al previously or our favorite works by him. Some of the stormtroopers and R2-D2 from on stage come by and get pictures with everybody in the VIP line. I'll put a picture up here of that. And eventually, when it gets close to the end of the line, the people that I've been chatting with for a while, now I know, this is funny, I know that my accordion is in that room, but they don't know that because I don't have the accordion with me. So I turn to this lady and I say, hey, do you think if I ask Al really nicely, he'll give me an accordion? And she's like, probably not, but you never know. So I'm... Anyways. So here's the moment you've been waiting for, the clickbait moment. Once I finally get in there and I talk to Al, I'll put the video on screen here so I don't mess any of the details, but the man actually saw my accordion, he liked it, and he wondered if I'd be interested in selling it. Forgot to mention this earlier. The tour guide mentioned that Al gets all of his accordions off of like Craigslist and stuff. So sometimes if you post an accordion online and somebody says, hey, I'll come buy that, Weird Al might show up at your door and say, hi, I'm here for the accordion. Anyways, Al actually sees my accordion. My accordion is in fantastic shape. Like, it is fully playable and fully functional. I searched for a very long time to find that. And I have a lot of history with that accordion, but that's for another video maybe. Anyways, he says, it's a really beautiful instrument. Would you be interested in selling it? And I was like, ugh. Believe me, if I had even a single other accordion in my collection, on the spot, I would have sold it. I would have been like, absolutely, Al, I will sell this to you, because then I could have been like, to all my friends, I could have been saying, I sold Weird Al an accordion, and maybe, just maybe, I would see that accordion pop up in like a on-stage picture or video, or maybe he uses it to perform or something. It would have been the coolest thing ever. But the problem is, it is really hard to find a fully functional accordion. Really hard. And I searched for years for that thing, and I have a lot of history, like I said, with that particular accordion. Long story. But I had to turn him down. And imagine meeting your hero, and they ask something of you, and you have to say, no. That was really hard for me. But still, great experience.
Come back.
My accordion.
It's right here.
Awesome.
Do you want to have it depicted? Of course you do. When I was walking down the hallway with this, of course, everybody thinks it's his. So, want me to put this?
I wanted him to sign that.
Okay. Yeah. And
That's for him.
For him, yeah. I'll put this on his.
Whatever you want me to do.
I'll tell you what. I'll put this. You can give that to him, but we'll do the picture first.
Wow.
Hi, Al.
Love it.
I was hoping, if you wouldn't mind, if you would hold this for the
Of
picture.
course. Do you want me to hold like that, or you want me to hold like I'm playing it?
I was hoping you'd spread the bellows.
Well, I'll do that.
Top latch is on, I believe.
He brought this up on stage for the pre-show tour, and Hawkeye saw him and thought it was.
He had a little bit of a heart attack.
Yeah. Did he flip out?
Because they were like, get ready for the picture, and I was like, because I wanted to get it over.
Okay, so let's get you in the picture. Great. Al, maybe you could bring your left arm just so both of you guys take one step this way. I just want you both centered. Even one more step out. So, yeah, there you go. Perfect. Here we go, guys. Ready? Yeah, 1, 2, and 3. That's perfect.
Nice. You play?
Not well, but...
You don't want to sell it, do you?
Oh, my God. The amount of years I look to find one in that good a condition.
No, yeah. That's a nice one.
It's beautiful. But you'd probably need one with more reeds anyways, wouldn't you? I wanted you to sign this record
Oh, okay,
for me.
okay. So that was just for the photo op. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Plus
All
now
right,
I get
so
to
I'm
say that
signing
I
this
have
here?
an accordion that
Is this
Weird
for
Al
me?
held. That is for
I will
you.
read this later. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You know, I was thinking of the thing that I was going to say, and I completely forgot it already.
Oh.
Well, this one is the one I had.
There you go. Your poster as well.
Thank you.
Well, that is a beautiful instrument. So good luck, and I, hope you have many happy.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I ever find a nice one and you're ever in Wichita again, maybe check it up on Facebook Marketplace or something.
All right.
Thank you so
man.
much.
Good to see you. Take care.
Pleasure to meet
You
you.
too.
Hello. You
The straps are pretty good. Thank you, Al.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
You as well.
So literally him offering to buy the accordion kind of threw me out of my rhythm, and all of the things that I had prepared that I was going to ask him completely went out of the window. I completely forgot them. At this point, like I said, I'm standing in front of my hero. I am starstruck, so I forget everything that I'm going to say. Anyways, I wrote him a letter of all the things that I did want to say but wouldn't have time for, and he took it from me, and hopefully he read it, and had him sign my record. I'll put that up on. I'll pick a picture of that up on screen here in a sec. So after Al's finished signing my record, I take the accordion, I sling it over my back, and I walk out the door. And I'll play this little clip here. You hear that lady go, "Oh my God, he gave you an accordion."
Drive safe. Yeah. All right. Oh my God, you got a fingerprint.
I know. I asked him, and he was like, "Yeah, sure."
So that whole joke paid off gloriously. But after that, walked outside. That was the end of the night. That was my story of the second time I ever met Weird Al. If you'd like to see the first time, that entire interaction was recorded just like this one, but had much better angles because you can actually see Al because I was on the proper side of him. Check out the long form videos on my channel. Just scroll down a little bit and you'll find my VIP meet and greet with Al from the first time. Great video there too. Anyways, that's about it for my Al story. Thank you for watching.